Okay, guys, we're going to answer a question on fibs. It's quite an interesting question, if you bear with me. We've already started the Answers Hub, and these are Q&As that we're going to be doing in video format like this. So, remaining question would be, do we draw 15-minute up if using 5 to take trades or stop at the 1 hour for fibs? Okay, it's quite a simple process, to be honest. The lowest time frame for a fib can actually be a minute, but does it hold any water? No, none whatsoever. The hourly is where you want to be. So if you look at an hour and you're going to start trading and placing a fib, you want the last major surge to give an entry exit. Now, if I'm looking at this particular one, we can see the market started down here, it aggressively pushed up, came back down, and then has aggressively pushed up again. But let's look at the DNA of this trade to start with. When this surged up from the news events, look where it stalled. It stalled bang on a key level. We know how to get these key levels in because you see that all the time in the squad. These levels are very important. Then you have fib levels. Again, you have the higher time frame fib levels. They are very important. But for your entry exits, let's just look at this. This particular section here started here, went back up. Now we know that we use 50 as a pivot, and if it gets above the 50, it'll try and get back to where it came from. Stays below, it'll go back to the low point. Drive clearly broke the 50, held, went back to where it started. This is doing a similar thing. There's the drive. So you put your fib on. You would start the fib there, end up there. It's an odd day. Why is it an odd day? Because it's a news day. Slammed down, where did it stall? Banging around the 50. And then reasonably held above it constantly from the drive. Remember that, from the drive. Held above. It'll try and come back to where it came from. Well, it did. Came back here. Stopped. Created a new drive, which is here, which would have created a new fib. This time, it's going the opposite direction. So, put the fib here. Fib down there. I'm not drawing in the blue lines at the moment just because it'll get messy. But again, there's the move. Triggers in. Comes back. Look, stalled on the 50 again, held above it. So this time it would be looking to break or go back to where 0 is. Came back to 0, is held above it, and then has gone off to make new highs, etc. Okay, let's take this fib away. Look at what's been going on. Now, if I do an extension point of this, that was the lowest. That's where that fib started. Come back down, and this is on that short level. Well, what a shocker. 127 stalled, pushed into the 161, which has then created more areas of interest for it to come back, but it stalled dead on the 261. Now that is based on that last major move before this move. So this move has told me what this move is doing. This move has now told me what all this is doing based on fibs. And we've now created this new fib section here. So again, put that on, move across, and the criteria will be the same. We're looking for it to return to 50, and at the moment, it hasn't made a new high. It is pivoting in and around key fib points here and here. It's been back. Failed this level, came back down, stalled 38, came back, has failed again, and it's lower. So the next time it'll come back to here, to the 50, and the battleground is going to be that level there. And that's where you work your fibs out. Now you can do this on a lower time frame. Now for this particular setup that's in motion now, I would do it kind of like this. I will put the key fibs in that I want for what's called entry exit. So it's your 23, 38, down into 50 and 61. These are the key battleground fibs. Because between here is the action. If it goes beyond them, they're going back to the outer extremes. So this is an entry point to get out here, to get out here. Come down into 15 minutes so I can see what's going on. And then if I'm going to trade within it, I could then just use these drives. Right, okay, I've got a trigger criteria here because it's already bust this. I want to time the entry better. This is the last move. Up, and I wouldn't go below 15 minutes for this. And again, that last move is replicated what we're looking at. And again, so trigger, out, out. So anywhere in this zone can now be an entry point to get down to the exit point. Very simple. Hope that helps. Catch you soon.